We're on episode 33.
Whoa. That's juicy.
That is juicy.
That is juicy.
And we have 606 reviews.
Wow. We're so lucky.
Actually,
Lucky girls. Lucky family.
when we hit 1,000, I'm dyeing my hair.
No way. What color?
Just kidding.
Oh. You can't do that to me.
Okay, when we
That's
that's like
one strand.
that's like a big deal for me. If we hit like 10,000, I would dye my hair.
Y'all heard that, okay?
Yeah.
10K.
10K like reviews. They just
what
review
color?
1 star.
1 star. Stop.
I didn't say what kind of review, right? Like
True. You can leave us 1 star reviews, I
Yeah.
guess.
If you think that,
If you think that,
we're down for the
send
honesty.
it. We love honesty.
Like tears coming down. Like if you think that. Okay. This feels like it's gonna be a giggly episode. Oh no.
I'm sorry.
Welcome back to Muscle Mommies. My name is Audive.
My name is Nona.
And we're happy to have you here. Today's episode 33, is advice. So me and Nona are both gonna be giving you guys 3 pieces of advice that we think is like life changing. So we're gonna give you 6 pieces total of little like tips for life that we'd like to give you guys.
Yes. Okay. So before we do that,
She has a little story time.
bro, I don't know if I told you guys this, okay? But I don't know if I told you this too.
I don't think so.
Maybe I did. But okay, so my mom, she got me a plant, right? Okay, this is when I first moved. Okay, she got me a plant.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was a snake plant, okay?
Yeah.
The one that you have.
Yeah, they go
Okay.
through everything.
Bro, no. This was scary, okay?
Wait, what?
No, it was really scary. But it probably wasn't. But, okay, so she gets me a plant, okay? And this plant, I thought I was going crazy because this plant would move. Okay? Like, the leaves would just... And I have no air in here. Like, there's no circulation. So it's not like... Like, I'm, like, looking at everything to make sure everything else is, like,
Wait,
still...
what?
This plant would just suddenly, like, the leaves... They would go, like...
Wait, are you joking?
I'm not messing with you. I'm not messing
You
with
killed
you.
it, huh? You threw it out?
Listen, okay?
She said, I'm not keeping that shit.
Look, it was during the day. It would go like. I was like, that's weird.
Yeah.
You know, like whatever. And then like I'm just doing work over here. Okay. It would just. And okay, it reached the point where it was like nighttime. Okay. Nighttime, late at night. It's like 11 p.m. Okay.
Okay.
I'm doing work over here. No TV. No nothing. No windows are open. All of a sudden, this plant just goes crazy, just like shaking, like the leaves, just shaking, like for good like 20 seconds. I'm sussed out.
That's so
And
weird.
No, it's crazy because like I'm lying, like I'm sitting over here. The plate is right over here, so right next to my head. Okay, and I'm just like freaked out. I'm like, okay, maybe there's a bug in there or something. You know, like
Wait, yeah.
yeah, that's what I thought. I get my phone. Okay, I turn on the light. I'm looking through the soil to see what the fuck is in there. Nothing.
It's a hand. Imagine a human hand. It comes up.
No, bro, you don't understand. At that point I freaked the fuck out. I called my mom. I was like, Mom, the plant that you got me is fucking haunted. I'm scared. Can I come over? I went home. I left the plant over here. I went home and I slept with my mom.
Nona, you're joking.
Because I was so terrified.
I can't.
And then the next day, my mom comes with me. She takes the plant and she like puts on the side of the road for someone else to take it.
Wait, so for real? Like,
For
that's
real, I
the
got
end of
rid
the
it.
story?
I got rid of it. I got rid of it. And since that day on,
Did you Google if, like, snake plants do that?
I don't know. And then since that day on, no plants in my place. The only plants, succulents, because those fuckers don't move.
Wait, but isn't a snake plant a succulent?
I don't know.
Wait,
Well, it
this
was
story's
long.
hilarious. You're telling me a plant scared you out of
Yes.
your own home?
Yes.
Nona.
Yes.
I can't.
Yes.
I can't believe you didn't
And then
Google. I'm so
you know
curious.
what's funny? The next day when I came back home, I staged my place.
You are so stupid. I can't.
I don't know. It might have been like a bug in there, honestly, but whatever it was, that bug was possessed.
That bug was fighting for its life if it was in there. I think it was trying to escape.
Whatever it was, I didn't like it.
Wait, that's so funny.
Yeah. And like I literally don't have plants, big plants, because of that. It's like a band. You could get me roses and flowers and tulips because I'll put it in a vase, but no more plants. It's a rule. I don't think I'll ever buy a plant ever in my entire life. I'm not even kidding.
You have to recover. You
I
have
don't
to
think I
recover.
can recover from
It would be
that.
so cute here, like a little hanging
No.
plant.
No, I'm traumatized. I'm not kidding. You hear me? I'm not.
I believe you. That's the worst part, is that I fully believe that a plant scared you.
Yep.
I can't.
That is the truth.
Dude, you're gonna post this episode, or we're gonna post this episode, and then someone's gonna be like, dude, like snake plants do that.
I'm like, shit. I literally just give it away.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it is. It is. Okay, let's talk about our 6 things.
Okay, you kick it off or I kick it off?
You kick it off.
Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna peep my phone. Okay, real quick.
Big purr, big purr. I feel like there's something stuck on the side of my nose.
On the side of your nose, like so I could see, or no? I don't see anything.
Maybe it's a fuzz.
Yeah, a little like lint.
Yeah, I think it's a little. Okay.
Oh, you mean my nose itch right now? Okay. Okay, my first advice, my first life-changing tip is to be completely raw and honest with people in front of you in the moment that you feel a certain way about something. So I think raw and authentic communication can save relationships, can save your mental headspace, will literally leave no room for error in any kind of situation. And I feel like with communication, people fear usually being honest and raw because it's almost seen as a negative. Like a lot of people won't be upfront. Like when you meet someone when you make them mad, they go, hey, you made me mad because X, Y, and Z. It's a little bit unusual, right? Usually people act mad and then you have to pick up on it and then they tell you. So I think like it's so uncommon that it makes people hesitate. But I would say like if authentic and raw communication scares somebody away or it makes someone think differently of you, you don't want that person in your life. So it's like a win-win. Soon as you feel something, soon as you think something, and this goes like even in positive ways. Like I'm a big fan of like, if I look at you and I think you look beautiful, like, you know, when you walk into a room, if I don't even know you and I think you look beautiful, I'm going to say it. You know, like I think to communicate what you feel and what you think, as soon as you do that, as soon as you feel those things and as soon as you think those things, will save so many situations and could literally uplift people. I think it's something that I abide by like every chance that I get. Like if you upset me, right away I'm going to be like, hey, I hated that you did this because it made me feel like this. And it's a skill to master, but I think it's a really, really good one.
I agree.
Yeah.
I love that. And Aura is that girl. She will literally tell someone if she's like they're beautiful. That yeah, 100%. Period. I love that. I really do.
Thanks. Big purr.
I'm dead.
I can't.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so my thing is, if it's meant to be, it'll be. Like, don't force anything.
Love that. Like, go with the flow.
Go with the flow. Like, that's my motto.
Yeah. She went British.
Like,
what was that last one?
Did I say right?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm an immigrant as well.
Literally, like, I feel like once I heard that quote and I took it to heart, like, my life changed. I'm not even kidding.
A tick, huh?
A tick. Because it's like, yeah, why would I force it? If it's meant to, if it's meant for me, like, it'll be for me.
Right. And as long as I'm being authentic, right? Like the raw honesty.
Yeah.
If that's there, then it's going to be for me if it's supposed to be for me.
Exactly. Like, bro, I'm not even kidding you. Like, I used to be stress-ridden, and I kind of am stressed. But, like hearing that quote, like, just decreased my stress. Like, because, like, why would I stress about something that's, like, not supposed to be in my life?
Yeah. I do think, like, that's, like, a part of like feeling that advice and really believing it is like submitting control to life.
The
It's
universe.
like, yeah, once you do that, you are like, you do your part and everything else is out of your control, and it's like, why are you even stressing about it?
Exactly.
Like, if you're not going to be my friend, right? If she's not going to be my friend, and I've done everything that I could, hands off the wheel, right? Like, if it's meant for me, it will be. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, love that. Big purr.
Big purr.
Okay, this is my second advice. This is something that, dude, this is my number one. I say it's second, but this is definitely my number one piece of advice. It's show up for yourself like you would show up for other people. So soon as I cemented that to the back of my noggin, like soon as I kept that in my head and I really like told myself this all the time until I started to like control myself like that, it literally affects everything that I do. So like it can apply to literally anything. So it's like if I'm sitting there and I know that I have to go show up to the gym, it's a good topic because of our podcast and everything, and it's like I don't want to, it's like if my friend told me, hey, I want you to train me, but train with me, like I want you to work out with me, it'll help me, I would show up in a heartbeat every single day of the week, and I would be there for them. So it's like I always challenge myself. I just like, because I feel like as humans, a lot of people can probably relate to this. We are more selfless to other people than we are with ourselves. Like you can be selfless with yourself, like, and a lot of people don't do that, which would be selfish, I guess, right? Like, but a lot of people don't do that. So it's so easy for like, dude, like if I'm laying in bed, I'm so exhausted, she texts me, oh my god, I need you right now, like I need you to help me like assemble furniture. Dude, it's like if you're my friend, especially, like without hesitation, I'd be like, hell yeah, like I wouldn't even feel tired, I would want to help you. But then it's like you want to assemble your furniture and you delay it. There's just no enthusiasm for yourself like there are for other people. Or it's like, I don't know, it's like, you know, that I saw this TikTok about this once, and this is like the same topic. It's almost like when you want to eat like a really, really good meal, like your favorite meal, right, but it's not that healthy, or like if you're like not in the best state of mind when it comes to like eating, right, like your relationship with food isn't healthy, you might think, I don't deserve that meal, like I don't deserve to have that meal tonight. But it's like, imagine your best friend was in front of you, was like, I don't deserve to have that Alfredo pasta. You'd be like, bitch, are you crazy? You know? So to have that on the back of your mind, so it's like every time you're about to not take care of yourself, you're about to not show up for yourself like you would for somebody else, I'm just like, I always think, if that was my best friend that in my position, would I do it? The answer is always yes. The answer is always yes. So I like it pushes me a lot.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, I love these.
And by the way, this is our first time sharing them with each other, so this is like a cute little moment for us.
Literally, like I've never heard of this.
Yeah.
Okay. So, my second one is failure is necessary to grow. I think my entire life I have had this fear of failure.
Me too.
Like major, and like we're academic, like what is it called? Like
studious. We're studious. Yeah.
We're very, very, very studious. So, like I loved academic validation. So like if I failed a test,
it might be because it's under the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I failed a test, I literally like thought that reflected me.
Yeah, I'm a failure.
I'm a failure.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not the case. So I think what's important to know is that like failure is necessary for growth, because I started to view failure in a positive connotation instead of a negative connotation, because failure just shows you, okay, like, these are the things that you're lacking, so strengthen these and move forward, you know?
Right.
Someone once said, like, don't fail backwards, fail forwards.
I love that.
You know?
Yeah, I love that.
So like, okay, so what, this happened, what are you gonna learn from that and then grow from it?
Yeah.
So,
and it's like without that you wouldn't know.
Exactly.
If you succeed, you don't know what improvements can be made.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's really, really good advice.
Thank you.
Big purr. I feel like every time we say something good, like just for the rest.
Big purr.
Big purr.
Big purr. I love it.
Okay, my last one is a little bit broad, but I also think like it applies to mental and it applies to like physical things. And my last piece of life-changing advice is attempt everything. So like and we just talked about this before the podcast started, I'm big on intuition. I'm big on like, also your first piece of advice, I'm big on like things that come to you or are around you belong to you. Like, and if they don't belong to you. So if like a thought crosses my mind, like, you know what, I'm sort of pretty good at painting, why don't I try to sell some paintings? But you're like a student and you work a full-time job, or like you're young, or like you're old and you think it's too old for me to do these things, like you just dismiss that thought. I say dismiss like nothing, like attempt them at the very, very, very least. Like things can be a lot simpler than you need them to be. Like in order to want to monetize your paintings, if you think you're good at painting, doesn't mean like launch a full scale business, 16 employees. It literally means like, how about you make one painting and list it on Etsy, see what happens. Like you're gonna paint anyway, you know, like, and attempt those little things, because with that, like, you will, I feel like nothing bad can come from that. Like, you could either find your passion for life, you could set yourself down a path that you never expected. It's almost like, oh, I sort of really love content. Like, why don't I just try it? But then it's like, there's so many hesitations to posting. Just attempt it. You know, like, you never know where it's gonna go if you don't try it. And also, like, we talked about this once on a podcast, like, which this extends to like physical things. It's like when you go to like a menu, like a restaurant, and you see something you've never ever tried before. It's like there's big hesitations on trying like new things, whether even if it comes to foods, even if it comes to experiences. And it's like, just pull that trigger. I think just attempt it. Like, you're at the restaurant, you see something new on the menu that you've never tried before, try it. Like, and the only thing that comes from attempting a bunch of things that cross your mind, a bunch of experiences, a bunch of foods, I think is knowledge. Like, you know, like, does this work for me? Do I like this? The only thing you're gonna gain from these things is knowledge.
And knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. Yeah. Yes. 100%.
I love that.
Thanks.
I love everything you're saying.
Likewise.
Speaking facts. Big.
I can't.
Okay. So my third one is, your life isn't yours if you care what others think.
Damn. I suffer from this.
Oh man, oh man, oh my. Okay, like, high key, like, I'm so grateful for social media and for you guys, because, like, I feel like without social media, I would never have had this, like, character development. Because I used to be such a shy person, and I still am. No, I mean, not as much as I used to be.
Yeah.
Like, back then, bro, my shyness was so bad, bro. I'm not even kidding you. Like, I would sweat.
But it's like Ben gives me a little bit of that. Like, he tells us about that, like how you wouldn't talk to Ben or anyone. And yeah. Like, I see bits and pieces of that when like Ben talks about like your guys' apartment complex, right? Yeah.
No, like, I was so deathly shy.
And you wouldn't work out at Wooden. You would work out
never.
Yeah. I know little bits and pieces about that. Yeah.
Never ever. But then, like, social media, like, really put me out of my comfort zone and, like, helped me grow. And then, like, in the beginning of it, I was, like, so scared because I was, like, what would other people think about me? Like, how would they view me? Yeah. And then at the same time, I was, like, why would I care? They have no, like, input. Like, they're not... At that point, I had no friends, okay? Like, in college, like, I had my roommates. But I haven't, like... COVID hit, and I didn't have time to make friends, you know?
Right.
There was no, like, clubs that I could have joined or anything. So I was like, no one's opinion really matters, because they hold like no value. For you. Yeah, it was a positive. Not
That's actually
friends.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was a positive, because I was like, okay, like, who's gonna judge me that I would care about their opinion? You know, no one.
Isn't that nuts? That led to this. Like, if that didn't happen, you would have cared too much.
I would have cared too much. I was like, oh my god, what if they think I'm weird?
Yeah.
But I didn't have anyone to, like, think about caring about what I'm doing and then boom. So, like, more of the story is, like, don't care about what other people think about you. If you're doing something that will make you happy, if you're doing something that you feel is right for you, do not give two shits about what other people think about you. Because at the end of the day, I feel like people will always judge you regardless. They will judge you if you do good. They will judge you if you do bad. They will judge you if you do nothing.
Right.
So don't care about what others do. As long as it makes you happy and as long as you think it's the right thing for you. And I feel like people's judgment stems from a place of their own insecurity.
Facts.
Own insecurity, 100%. Because, like, if I'm a truly happy person, I would never judge someone doing whatever. Like, you could do the craziest thing ever, and I would not judge you. Because I'm like, okay, that person's doing it because it makes them happy. Go them, you know? So I think that quote did it for me.
Yeah, no, and I admire that advice, because I know that I sometimes submit to, like, caring about what people think about me. And it's so true, though. It's like, if you hate, like, this is so random, like, random analogy just to, like, relate it, but it's like, if you hate when you think it's ugly when I wear gray, but I love gray, right? But it's like, because you think that way, I never wear gray. It's like, really, that's not my life. I'm dressing for you. It's like, what? Like, that quote, like, when you said it, it sort of hit me, because it's like, you start living for other people.
Exactly.
When you care too much, it's like, you're gonna be, like, on your deathbed, like, I did nothing I wanted to. Yeah. I did everything other people wanted me to.
Yeah.
That's nuts. That's so nuts.
Like, okay.
Spit it out, mama.
This is another quote, but I know we agreed for 3, but
It's okay.
this is a bonus.
Yeah. Ooh, encore.
Encore.
Let me hear it.
But there was this quote that like completely changed my life as well, and it was like, your second life starts when you realize you only have one.
Yeah. Oh, why does this make me sort of like sentimental?
Right? Because I feel like, honestly, in today's society, like, we're so consumed by like go culture, hustle culture, that you forget to realize that, bro, like, I'm young, or I'm in this present moment right now. Like, after this,
Who knows?
I don't have this anymore. And the thing is, like, a hard pill to swallow is when you truly actually realize that you are gonna die one day.
Yeah.
You know,
you're so
like,
right.
I'm gonna die one day and no one's gonna remember me. So how am I gonna live this life that I have in a way that when I'm on my deathbed, I'm like, I did everything that I wanted to do in this life.
Yeah.
You know? And I think, like, honestly, like, I have a feeling that, like, with our generation and the future generations coming, like, I feel like depression is gonna go higher, and like higher than it already is. And like, when you're at their deathbed, they're gonna be so regretful, because like everyone's so consumed by technology these days that no one's learning how to live in the present.
Yeah.
Like, at all.
Yeah.
Like, when I was on vacation in Barcelona, like, I was actually living the present because I didn't have any cell service. So like my days felt longer, you know, because I was actually observing everything and living life.
And it's more exhausting, right?
And it's more exhausting.
Like, not in a negative way. It's like you go through so much in a day when you're in the present that it's like hard to not be tired by the end of the day.
Yeah.
But when you're not in the present, it's like you don't experience a lot. So
and
it's
days
like,
go faster.
yeah. And then you're just like, it's nighttime. It's like, what? I'm not even tired.
Literally. So like, I think like live in the present, or like practice like meditation forces you to live in the present.
Yeah. We always circle back to the key to life is just to sit in silence. Isn't that nuts?
That is insane.
For like 10 minutes a day. Like, it's literally like, I feel like I'm gonna say this, people will be like, no, but I don't care. I think it's a superpower.
I agree.
Yeah, like, I think it's a superpower. You learn that, and it just translates. It translates in like things you would never imagine it translating into. Like, one day you're like cooking and you're like 5 minutes passes and you're like, wow, I was in those 5 minutes. You recognize it. You're like, damn. For 5 minutes, that's all I was doing. And that's peaceful, because our minds never operate like that. Our minds never operate in now. It's like, and we've talked about this before. It's like you wake up, you're like 7:30. Once 7:30 hits, you're like 8 o'clock till I make it to work. Like, you're never like just driving. You're never just like there.
Yeah, and even when you're driving, you're listening to music.
Yeah, you're thinking about like when I have to get there by 8:30, otherwise I'm gonna be late. You get there and you're like, okay, like 10 a.m. before I leave for break. Like,
yeah.
When are you ever just like there?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's wild.
All right.
We hope you guys take something like from what we said, and I feel like these are little like seeds, but if you really listen to these, they're not gonna like affect you right away, but they're seeds that will blossom. You know, like those little thoughts will stay there, and then one day I would hope that one of the 6 or one of the 7 advices we gave would like benefit you guys in the future.
Yeah, and if this episode was helpful to you, please don't forget to leave a review, and if you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. It really does help push our like podcast to like more audiences, and so they could discover this. So good or bad review, up to you. We don't judge. We love all honesty.
Yeah, and you can also, like, if you ever listening to a podcast episode and want to give us like more insight about how you feel, a DM, an Instagram story, and you tag us, we love seeing that stuff. It means the world.
Yeah, like, honestly, tag us, and like, please DM us, because like, even if you have good comments, bad comments, anything, like, we don't judge, and it just helps us, you know,
make this better for you. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you guys
for listening.
Bye.
Love you.